Well, I'm back on the interstate this morning after spending the night around Fallon, Nevada. I was basically just heading north, trying to get away from the heat building up further south, and was just taking 50 highway east out of Carson City, and just happened across Fallon. And I was driving around town, just filling up with water, getting some groceries, and getting late in the afternoon, and was looking for a place to stay. I was just looking at Google Maps, and I saw a series of lakes. End of this chain of lakes or whatever, there was a place called Botulism Bay, and my curiosity was piqued at that point. Who wouldn't want to go visit a place called Botulism Bay? So I started heading out that way, but as I was passing by some of these lakes, it was just way too pretty to pass up. And it was getting late in the afternoon, so I kind of wanted to find a place to stay and camp. So I ended up staying next to one of those lakes, which is the video footage you saw at the beginning of this video. And then this morning, as I was looking around at Google Maps again, I found a petroglyph site. And so I went out there. There wasn't a lot to it, but it was a really interesting site, even though it was pretty small. And a lot of the petroglyphs are hard to see compared to others I've seen online. I thought it was pretty fascinating. I am at Grimes Point Archeological area, and I have never heard this before. Turns out it's kind of a cool site. There's petroglyphs. There's a petroglyph trail that goes up onto the hill, but there's literally thousands of petroglyphs, pecked into the I think they called it basalt rock. It's got a hard, dark outer cover, and they peck into it so that they can draw patterns or whatever. Interesting site. It's very old in that the petroglyphs, you can hardly see them because the sun has baked more patina onto the rock after it got pecked away and revealed the lighter color underneath. But now that patina or whatever has been baked back into the rock, so you can hardly see it, but there's tons of little divots also carved in, so you can actually you can see when there's a divot that there's going to be a petroglyph on that rock. But pretty cool trail. I'll try to show you some of them, and I don't know how well it's going to come across on video though. One of the signboards stated that this site was not well taken care of in the past. That includes it being used as an off-road park and even as a trash dump. You can see somebody's graffiti on this rock. As the sign in the parking lot states, during the last ice age, most of northwestern Nevada was covered under Lake Lahontan. At its fullest, the lake covered 8,500 square miles and was about 900 feet deep. Thousands of years ago, when Lake Lahontan receded, the Grimes Point area was a marshy wetland home to many species of bird, fish, and land mammals. Archeological evidence shows that native people occupied this area for at least 8,000 years. As I was coming through Fallon, I could not figure out why this town was so big. We're in the middle of Nevada. There's nothing around, really. But apparently there is a Navy warfare air base right over that way. Here come some airplanes. After researching the area a little bit more, I found it's called the Naval Aviation Warfare Department Center. The Navy's primary goal of the complex is to train pilots to deploy on aircraft carriers worldwide in all mission areas associated with integrated strike warfare. If you're like me and like poking around Google Maps, look around Fallon. It will lead you to this live fire test range out in the middle of nowhere. The Fallon Range training complex has 4 separate training ranges and an integrated air defense system consisting of 37 real and or simulated radars throughout the Dixie Valley area of Nevada. So I'm now pulling into Winnemucca, and some of you may know Winnemucca from the Johnny Cash song. And being that I'm traveling around the country going to out-of-the-way places, Winnemucca seemed like a natural fit. So here I am. I'll give you a little video tour of Winnemucca once I figure out where downtown is. Apparently Winnemucca is the only incorporated town in Humboldt County, and that by default makes it the county seat, and this is the county courthouse. When I'm traveling and don't know what restaurant to go to, I always look for the one that's most crowded, and the Griddle was definitely crowded. If I was staying longer, I would definitely give this Winnemucca pizza a try. That patio looks amazing. This wine and bourbon store doesn't look bad either. I mean, would it really be Nevada without a couple casinos on the main street through town? This is the portion of a redwood tree that drifted onto the beach in Crescent City, California after the flood in 1964. The log is 1,477 years old and is cut from the largest piece of driftwood ever collected. This is Chief Winnemucca, a northern Paiute war chief that the town is named after. Alright, I'm going to try to find a place to stay here in Winnemucca. I'm on my way up Water Canyon Recreation Area. There's supposed to be some limited camping up here, and there's supposed to be a nice creek running through the recreation area. So from what I've read online, this area can get kind of busy, congested. So hopefully I can find something. It's only like 1 in the afternoon, but it's too late to drive to another city or kind of explore around. So I'm going to try to find a spot here. Hopefully I can, and I will pick you up in a minute when we get up there. back on the road again this morning. Overall, this turned out to be a pretty good campsite. The big drawback is that all the campsites are literally like right on the road, so you get traffic pretty much all afternoon up until about 9 p.m. Once 9 or 10 p.m. came, all the traffic died. Didn't have any cars go by, but being that it's a gravel road, there is just a lot of dust and noise from the gravel. But overall, good campsite. If you're watching this video, you want to stay up here, get here by 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. in the afternoon to get your campsite, because beyond that, it was a constant stream of cars, both people local and, being that there's a creek going by, people locally want to come up here and swim or play in the water or whatever. But then there's also people from the off the highway, off the interstate, that are looking for a place to stay. So plan accordingly. But I'm gonna continue heading back north this morning. I don't know where I'm gonna go. I definitely am gonna take 95 north out of town, but beyond that, I don't have any solid plans, like usual. So thanks for coming along. If you've made it this far in the video, please consider subscribing. Also hit that like button and possibly share it with your friends. And we'll see you on the next one.